What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Man, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this different. I know y'all used to the D program show, but we got another segment we introducing to the people. It's called Infamous. And we got the infamous one himself, Shawdy Thuggy, in the building.
Yeah. What
Hey,
up? What's up, boy?
man, I can't call it, man. So we gonna do it like this. Man, what's your take on Diddy, man? We just gonna get right into it. What's your take on Diddy?
I fuck with Diddy. I don't know what they talking. Look what I'm on.
Oh, you on the quiet as it kept,
On the
man. A lot of people saying that why Diddy getting caught up in this hucklebuck. Messing with them folks from Ciroc.
I don't know nothing about all that, but all I'm saying is I fuck with Diddy. We actually ran into Diddy back in early 2000. Yeah, early 2000 when I was fucking with Cheeks, right? It was early 2000, right before I got fucked up when I was fucking with Cheeks. My manager at the time was a dude named Romello. He was also Cheeks' manager. Ran into Diddy, man. Them niggas didn't show us number love when we was in New York. Of course, it was at Universal. We ain't go out or nothing like that, so I ain't gonna go so far as to say that we did anything too extravagant, but we had a good time. But I fuck with Diddy, man. And me personally, I don't feel like Diddy is doing anything any different than the niggas that came up how I came up in our culture here. We been fucking motherfuckers that wasn't 18.
Huh?
That's just a fact. I mean, like I used to tell them niggas all the time when I was in the feds when they be fucking with them chomos. I'd be like, nigga, shit, I'm pretty sure you a chomo too, because I'm pretty sure you don't fuck somebody under 18 or was damn near 18. I'm pretty sure. And you was 25 or 22 or 23 or 9, even if you was 19. You still was doing the same thing that man was doing. So leave him the fuck alone. Let the man do his time like you doing your time.
Dang, yeah, that's cold. That's a cold dose of reality.
Yeah, that's just my take on him.
So, who get it the worst? The chomos or them dudes messing with them boys in there?
Man, that shit kind of go hand in hand. Like I had a couple chomos in my room. I wasn't really tripping about it. Like they'll put them off. They'll in there, the chomos get more privilege, just more protection. They get more protection than a nigga that's supposed to be done told on the mob. If you done told on the mob, you ain't. If you done told on the motherfucker, the mob or whatever, you ain't really getting no protection. But if you a chomo and you bother them people. Say if they put say me and you sellers, right? Say me and you, Lil Mo and Vinny or sellers, and then we out on the rig yard working out or just hanging out or whatever, and we got a nigga come say, hey man, y'all just got a new cellar. So say we're in a 4-man cell, we got 3 bunks that's occupied with us 3, and there's 1 open, and we come in that motherfucker, and there's a nigga laying in that motherfucker in the, of course it's like a low, open dorm. I eventually made it to a low. And we come in there, he and there, we're like, oh, now you gotta go. You gotta go. You can't be in here with us, nigga. You a choke, nigga. They gonna move us 3. They gonna move you, me, and Vinny, and dude gonna have the cell to itself. That's what they gonna do.
For real?
Yeah. Hell yeah, you better not fuck with them people in there trying to extort them and shit. I had a little bad streak, so I was in that motherfucker on some home invasion, breaking in lockers and shit.
So you carried the fam thing all the way to the federal prison?
Absolutely. This shit in me. It ain't on me. It is what it is, man. But yeah, they put a motherfucker in there with me, a chomo in there with me. I was kind of fucked up. Wasn't nobody send me no goddamn money. Nigga, I got so cold. I learned how to pick the lock with a Coke can. Nigga, I done picked this lock. Took all the shit out the locker and then locked the locker back.
Hold on. Let's go back. How the hell you pick a locker with a Coke can?
Man, you take the Coke can. Niggas that I've been in there know what I'm talking about. You take the Coke can, you cut that motherfucker out into like a little circle, and you slide it down the side of the lock, and then push the lock cord back and open and force the open, give you access to push the lock back and make the lock come up. And you can go in there and take everything out that motherfucker you want and then put it in your locker, lock your locker, and then lock his locker back and lay down like you don't know what's going on. Yeah.
So when the dude got back, he ain't say nothing because he had to know who did it.
Nah, he didn't know who did. He came back and opened it like he said, motherfucker. I had the blanket over my head like I'm asleep. That motherfucker said, motherfucker. I woke up like, what's going on? What's up? He like, man, somebody done took all my shit out of my locker. What about I got up and checked mine? I said, shit, man. All my shit still in my locker. I don't know what happened, man. I don't know, man. I'm sorry, brother, but you need a suit.
So you gave him one of his own suits back.
Yeah.
Well, it's a cold game.
Cold game, man. You got to figure that shit out.
So what's up, like, far as the dudes with them boys, man, is like, how do you feel about the dudes who messing with them boys in there and then go to visit with their old lady? Is a lot of that happening in there?
Hold up, I got to let you see my eyes on that one. Hey, that shit kind of sickening, man. Because niggas be having nice looking gals and they be having a family. They got kids with these girls and shit, with these gals, and they be back there, man, and they be in a full-fledged relationship with a fucking homosexual, man, with a boy. And I mean, to each his own. I'm not bashing gays. I'm not bashing what is it, LGBTQ, whatever it is. I'm not bashing that, man. To each his own. Love who you love, care for who you care for. That's on you. But there's a lot of dudes, man, that's out right now, right? That was in full-blown relationships with a guy in there, and they girl would drive 2-3 hours or however far to come see them, and they go up there with them with the girl and their kids, kissing on the kids, kissing the girl in the mouth. And in the back here, they're in a full-fledged relationship with a motherfucking man.
Damn.
That's just how it is. Like, and then they get out, they ain't gay no more. I don't know how that works. I just don't know how you in that motherfucker getting full pleasure from a dude, and you get out this motherfucker and you ain't, you probably down low and out here or something. I don't know, but you back normal. I just don't know how you could turn that off and turn it on. And then the Fed's so vicious, the Fed's so wicked, bro. They putting they putting the dudes that's in the process of transforming into a woman on the compound with nothing but men. So you got 1,600 niggas running around on a male campus facility, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they put a nigga in there that just had his boobs done, his jawbones done, his Adam apple took out, his hips done, and he running around that motherfucker looking like, we had one they were calling Butter Rum. Motherfucker faggot. Yeah, faggot called Butter Rum. They had one they called Pocahontas. They had one they called J-Lo, and they all was Hispanic. Then when I was in Arkansas, they had one that they was calling Death Row. His last name was Death Row. Right, he had some Indian in him or something, so his name was Death Row.
And they called him Death Row.
Yeah, they called him Death Row. Hold up, I done got off here some type of way. I'm coming back.
Nah, you good? I can still see you. Everything good.
Yeah, so they had one on that motherfucker they was calling Death Row.
That's crazy. So they treating these boys like women in there?
Yeah, absolutely. They run around with them motherfucking boobs. You got the guards asking them where they get them done at. All that. Who did your work? What, a lot of them say they went to Dr. Miami or whatever I think Dr. Miami is one of the hottest doctors right now that do that type of work. So they'd be like, yeah, I went to Dr. Miami, or I went to whatever doctor.
That's
Yeah,
crazy. So
yeah,
so how do you you ain't gotta say no names, but did you know anybody from the city who was on that type of time in the Fed?
absolutely.
Man, hell no, man.
Yeah.
So when they go in there, they full fledged and with a boy, and then they come home tough as nails.
Tough as motherfucking nails. Judging everybody else, but ain't judging their motherfucking self. That's all I be tripping off.
That's crazy to me though. Like, do they lose respect in the dorm or in the, do they still get respected the same when y'all know they messing with a boy?
Uh, Pretty much, unless they in a gang. If they're in a gang, then it's like that's a whole nother situation. Like we had a couple homies. When I say homies, I'm meaning from Tennessee. When I say homies, I'm meaning from Tennessee. When I say homies, I'm meaning from Tennessee. When I say homies, I'm meaning Tennessee. When I say homies, I'm meaning Tennessee. What happened?
Hold on. We good. I just had to remove the other one. We good.
Okay.
You say when you say homies, you meaning from Tennessee?
Yeah, from Tennessee. When I was up in New York, everybody had to be can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Aaron Gabrielle Rogers, GR.
In New York, you there?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
This shit acting weird on my end. This shit is going all over the place. Hold up. I'm trying to get back on here with you.
I can still see you. Everything good on my end.
Right, it ain't on mine though. I can't see shit. But yeah, when we was in New York, no matter where you was from, long as it was the South, it was one car. So if you was from Texas, if you from Tennessee, if you from Georgia, if you was from hell, I didn't even know fucking damn, I can't even think of that goddamn state right now. But that's part of the South too. But anywhere from the below the Mason-Dixie line was one car. Now
Okay.
when you come to more southern states, if you're in North Carolina, you got a Tennessee car, you got a North Carolina car, you got a South Carolina car, you got a Georgia car. You know what I mean? But when you go more toward up north, everybody from below the Mason-Dixie line got to come together to join forces to become one car to even have a chance.
So what's the they say DC basically in the Fed, they say DC is the strongest car.
Yeah, in most situations that's true. I had a couple dudes from DC, and I still fuck with them to this day. I had a couple genuine DC dudes that I fuck with, but a lot of them was on the bullshit. You know what I mean? A lot of them was on the bullshit. They was trying to like slick it start. We had a couple homies that was getting extorted by the DC niggas. A couple homies that had like little poker tables. They genuine hustlers, so they gonna always figure out a way to get some money. And they was pretty much being extorted by the damn DC niggas and using the rest of the niggas that had any type of backbone about they self, regardless of what they case brought to them, far as they, told or didn't tell or or whatever the case may be with a nigga case, you had them niggas, you know, being pressed by the DC niggas, and they reaching out to the niggas that got some type of nuts about they self for some form of protection. And them DC niggas pressing them for their poker game money, for the, you know, the stamps that they done generated from running the poker tables, the stamps that they done generated from hustling cigarettes or tobacco or 2-for-1 if they got a store or whatever. Them DC niggas kind of vicious. They send all them niggas to the feds no matter what kind of charge they got. So it's kind of hard to, like, it's kind of hard for them to not be the ones that's outnumbering everybody else at any given time, because they send them niggas to the feds for anything: shoplifting, stealing cars, breaking in parking meters, anything that they do, they go into the feds.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know everything in DC is federal.
Right.
Yeah. So I gotta ask this. Where the hell did the term come from? Deader than a doorknob. Where did the infamous term come from?
Deader than a doorknob, man. That come from me and my man Seafood King Gene. And he got he got an infamous title on his name too. He don't play no games. Motherfucking knockout artist. But that's something we used to say to each other, man, because we was in that motherfucker fucked up, bro. When you in that motherfucker, man, niggas be talking that shit, man. But I didn't know how serious it was to be like sitting in that motherfucker like with no real support from the outside. And once again, I keep saying the same shit. Once again, regardless of what your title is in the streets, regardless if you was a stand-up nigga or you wasn't a stand-up nigga, or if you was a street nigga or you wasn't a street nigga, regardless of any of that bullshit, when you get put in that motherfucker, you get stripped from everything. You could be out this motherfucker living in for myself, a couple $100,000 house, $150,000 house, $115,000 house, $300,000 house. Couple cars sitting in the driveway. Your ass go to jail, couple $100,000 in the bank or $5,000 in the bank. It don't matter. Your ass go to jail, all of that is stripped from you, right? So you sitting in that motherfucker and you really depending on, counting on the people that you feel that fuck with you the way that you fuck with them, right? Whether you help the motherfucker with the light bill or with their car note, or, you know, you just had them with you every day and they didn't have no steady job and you did have a steady job and you smoked a blunt with them every day, or you say, hey bro, he go $10, man, Burger King on me today, man. You know, whatever your situation is, and you looking out for somebody and you get in that situation and those people don't reciprocate the same energy to you that you gave to them for so many years of your life, so many hours of your hard-earned job, and now you in that motherfucker and you ain't got nothing because you've been stripped from everything, and now all you got is a fucking bump, a celly, and a roll of toilet paper and a fucking bed roll that they done gave you, and now you know what I mean, you ain't got no money, you can't even make stove, so you feel dead in that bitch. So me and Gino used to say to each other, that's how we used to say. I be like, man, I don't walk around this motherfucker feeling deader than a doorknob. Man, I'm sitting in this motherfucker, I'm just dead.
Damn.
You know, I'm in this motherfucker, I'm just dead, man. All the motherfucking people that I felt like should have been there for me is done turn against me. They on some bullshit because of my choices to try to make my situation better and to try to not cause no further extension to my sentence. You know, everybody reason is different for doing whatever they did to make their situation better. But I'm like, man, for me, like, to not make my situation time-wise any worse than what it was, all these motherfuckers done turn against me when they should have been the ones like, man, my nigga, I got you, man. Do what you got to do because we need you out here with us because we can't do nothing without you.
Damn.
You see what I'm saying? So now you sitting in that motherfucker, that shit make you bitter, bro. That shit make you don't want to fuck with nobody. That shit make you like, and I ain't in it. I'm no different out here than I was in there. I was the same nigga in there. And that's why niggas don't get on that motherfucker talking too much shit, because they know I was the same nigga in there as I'm out here. I'm not lying. I'm not just making up shit. So we just started saying, man, I'm sitting in this motherfucker deader than a doorknob. This shit is crazy. These people ain't fucking with me. I'm deader than a doorknob. So it's just like when I said, and I just said something about that on one of my platforms, or all of them. I don't know how I did it, but I'm not wishing no death on nobody. I'm not trying to kick nobody when they down, and I'm not trying to like disrespect any family or nothing. When I say deader than a doorknob, that's just how I feel. Shit, you deader than a motherfucking doorknob to me. You might not be deader than a doorknob to Lil Rolling, or you might not be deader than a doorknob to his sister, his brother, his mama, his cousins, and the fucking funeral home they got his body. You not deader than a doorknob to them, but to me, you yeah, deader than a doorknob. Cause I was deader than a doorknob to you when I was sitting in that motherfucker fucked up.
So while you was in that messed up, how did you meet the roof lady, man? Cause you tell a story about how you had to kid the lady with the mayonnaise. How you meet this lady, man?
I met Ruth through another little homie from Texas. And that's when I was in New York, when everybody had to be one coalition. Everybody had to come together to make a car. And even with all the southern states, it still wasn't up about 13 or 14 of us.
Damn.
You know what I mean? It was about 13 or 14 niggas with all the motherfucking states put together. And it was this little homie named Pat, Fat Pat. He was from Texas. And the lady Ruth and her roommate had sent him a birthday card through one of the little pen pal sites we was using. I think it was Right of Prison or whatever. So I was on all the fucking pen pal sites trying to come up, like, cause everybody had done shitted on me. Like I wasn't nobody fucking with me. So I had to figure that shit out. My little money had done ran out. My little cat's money done ran out. I'm goddamn stealing out of my cellar locker. And goddamn it, like I was fucked up. So I had to figure something out, right?
Yeah.
So I go on the pen pal sites, Right a Prisoner and Prisoners Behind Bars and all type of little pen pal sites. They got the offer for like $25 a month or whatever. And I was on all of them. So so Pat was on one, and he was like 24 years old, and I was probably about 33 or some shit. And so he was like, I told him, I was like, man, this is what we're gonna do, man. When you come up with something that you don't that ain't appealing to you, you shoot them to me. And when I come up with something that ain't appealing to me, I'm gonna shoot them to you. That's what we're gonna do. And so he was like, I run it. So he was like, matter of fact, I got something for you right now. He was like, man, this and at the time, Ruth was like, I think I was 37 because she was 40. I was 7 years older than her, so I think she was 42. I think she was 42 or some shit, but I was 7 years older than her, however it was. But she looked at way older than what she was.
So you were older than her?
No, she was older than me.
Oh, okay.
She was 7 years older than me.
Okay.
But she looked like she was fucking 25 years older than me. So he said, man, I got something for you, man. I can't do it. So I said, shit, when we go to Rick, we lived in different units. So I was like, man, we'll go out to Rick, bring our information out. So he brought the information. So my good thirsty ass, because I was thirsty, I wrote her. So I wrote her. She wrote me back. We started communicating. Then she started asking to come see me. And at the time, she was in Vermont. So she wasn't number about maybe an hour from me. And then they had just put me in for a transfer to try to get me back closer to home. So they ended up sending me to Pennsylvania. So I got to Pennsylvania. I get to Pennsylvania. They put me straight in the hole. They didn't even let me on the compound. So one of the homies out of Chattanooga was at that facility and had went to them people and told them that he couldn't be on the compound with me. That I was a fucking terrible.
And what do they call it? It's a term in the feds when somebody do you like that.
Separate T's. He put a separate T on me.
Damn.
So I got on the compound, not even really knowing what the fuck was going on. They put me straight in the hole because there was another homeboy from Chattanooga. I'm not doing any names. They know if they looking, they know the fuck they are. Nigga put a separate T on me. They put me in the motherfucking hole, left me in the hole until they transferred him. So while I was in the hole, me and the lady got a little closer because that's the only person I had. I couldn't call nobody. They let you get the phone every 30 days. So I couldn't call nobody, but she was writing me a letter and sending me cards like every other day. Then she started sending me money. And I was like, oh shit, I done found my lick. You know, so I finally got out the hole after they transferred the dude. And me and the lady started rocking out. She said she asked me to put on my visitation list. I did. She started coming to see me. And that's how that thing happened. Then when she found out I was transferring from that spot to another spot, North Carolina, to be closer to the woman that became my wife, she's like, I can't do this anymore. You're transferring down there to be closer to your wife. Your well, she was my wife at the time. Your ex, and I'm not gonna get to see you. I already drive 10 hours to see you now. That's gonna be 20 hours driving. I'm not gonna drive that long, and I'm not getting on a plane. So I wish you luck. I feel it's best that you find somebody, and I'm gonna find me somebody. And I ain't heard from her no more.
So
cut me off.
So she drove 10 hours?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ask anybody. Now I was going to visit more than I was at visit when I was at that particular spot. I was there for about 6.5 years. I was there. I was at visit, and this was in Pennsylvania, Loretto, Pennsylvania. I was on the visitation floor more than the niggas that was from that area with this lady. She was up there every month for 3 to 4 days. If it was a weekend holiday, if Monday was Memorial Day or Labor Day or whatever, that mean they had visit Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Guess what? She was there.
And you dealt with her for 6 years?
Yeah, 6 years. That's all I had. I mean, I ain't had no choice. And then the motherfuckers who look like how I want them to look like wasn't fucking with me because I'm in jail. They were like, shit, you can't do nothing for me. I'm out here in the world, shit. So I had to love who loved me.
So what went through your mind the first time she asked you, well, give me some sugar? what went through?
Hey, Rolling, I was in such a dark place at the time. I was in such a dark place, she didn't even have to ask me. I gave it to her without her asking me. Shit, you done drove 10 hours. There ain't nowhere in the hell I ain't finna kiss you.
Damn. So you feel like you older.
I felt like I owed her. I was like, man, I'm talking about that lady drove to see me in a fucking northeastern storm. Man, them people said, listen, there's a blizzard going on all weekend. Do not travel unless you have to. Do not leave your house unless you have to. If you got canned goods, open them motherfuckers up. If you got ramen noodles, boil them. Do not go out that door until this storm is over. Guess what? Nigga, I was the only one sitting on the visitation floor.
Damn.
Yeah.
She drove through a storm?
Through a motherfucking it was called a northeastern storm. It wasn't just a regular storm.
Damn.
Yeah.
So at what point did you so while you were talking to Ruth, when did you get reacquainted with your ex?
She was in and out. Yeah, she was in and out the whole time. But she really stepped up her game when it seemed like Trump was finna let me up out of there. When it seemed like I had that 18-1 coming.
So she stepped it up a notch when he might be coming to the house.
Yeah.
So when that happened, you throw the deuces at old Ruth.
Nah, Ruth threw the deuces at me.
Yeah, technically, you was trying to get back home close to the old girl.
Yeah, but that wasn't all of my intentions. It was just like I was just trying to break my beard up. I wasn't trying to sit at the same spot for a whole lot of time. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you want to keep on trying to move around. You want to try to goddamn get the different spots and break that beard up. That shit, 276 months. I know niggas did more time than me, and I know niggas did less time than me. All I can speak on is me. That was a lot of goddamn time that I lost in my life of just sitting in that motherfucker.
So how many months did you do total?
I did 16 years total.
Damn.
So how many months that is? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I got you. So let me ask you this: Do you regret? Technically not, but do you feel any remorse for dealing with Ruth?
Nah, I actually tried to find her, and my gal that I'm dealing with now, her daughter, and my gal that I'm with now, her daughter, and a couple more people, they got together trying to find them because I was gonna, because I ain't doing too bad for myself right now. I ain't got a whole bunch of goddamn money. I got a whole lot of shit, but I ain't got a whole lot of money. Yeah. If that makes sense. So I was like, man, at least I could do a son about a band. You know what I mean? Like I was trying to find her. I had them like doing a deep search, like trying to find her. And I was just going to get, either myself reach out to her or get them to reach out to her. I got a cool little team right now. Yeah. Of people that's, that's genuinely supporting me. They ain't fucking with me because of who I was to Chattanooga or who I was to whoever that it mattered to or what I had. They fucking with me. They met me with nothing. You see what I'm saying? They met me when I was building, and I ain't quite build everything back, but they met me in the building process. So I know that they ain't, with me for who I was or what I can provide or shit like that. But they was doing a deep search looking for her, and we couldn't find her because I was just gonna bless her like, man, if you got Cash App, Zelle, or whatever you got, or hell, if you want to just drive and meet me somewhere, here go a band, man. I owe you this. And so we couldn't find her.
So how much money, if you could just, you ain't gotta get the exact amount, how much money you think she spent on you during the time y'all dealt with each other?
Man, that lady was sending me like $500 a month for 6 years. She sent me.
Huh? Hold on. You said $500 a month?
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Real talk. She was sending me like $500 a month. I had every goddamn song that they had for sale in that motherfucker to go on the MP3 player. All the shoes, all the sweatsuits, all the protein bars, all the fucking Gatorades, all the corn chips that the money can buy. She held me down, man. She was sending me about $500 a month, and then she'll come see me. She'll come get the hotel room for 3 days. She'll come in. She'll drive out on a Thursday, get there Friday morning, check in the hotel, come visit me Friday, come back and visit me Saturday, come visit me Sunday. If Monday was a holiday, she'll come visit me then, and then she'll drive all the way back to Vermont. She'll drive 10 hours to get to me, then 10 hours to get back home. And then once she get back home, whatever money she had left from her trip, her hotel and all that, she'll send that too.
Damn.
Yeah.
So technically, Ruth had you living like a penitentiary king,
Man, Ruth had me straight. A lot of my guys be tapping in when I be on there talking about it. The guys that was actually there to witness that shit. What nigga? One time she came to visit, right? It was one of them storms because they kept a lot of storms up there. They had like 10 months of winter and only two to 3 months of summer. That's all they had in Pennsylvania and New York. There's more snow on the ground than it was sunshine. So she came to see me one time. It was a storm, and they said they had advised it was a winter weather advisory. They advise anybody that didn't have to come out, don't come out. She still came. I called her that morning because usually I be in the top 5 names of being called for visitation. And that, and I hear that don't mean shit, but then now that means something. Like if your name being, if you the first motherfucker called to visit, oh nigga, your gal ain't playing, nigga. She been up this motherfucker. She had to be here since 7:30, 7 o'clock. So I always was in the top 5 to get called for visitation. Nigga, I went up there. I go up there, motherfucker. She up there with all white on. I said, look at you looking like a big old, a snow girl. Look at you looking like a snow girl.
She had on all white.
Yeah, she had on
snowstorm.
Hey, guess what the shirt said though? She had on all white now. White pants, white shirt with some little white JC Penney type shoes, like some cheap little shoes, because she wasn't on that. She wasn't on that Nike, Jordan, nothing like that. They was cute. They fit her. She had a little short hair, had her hair dyed. She had on some motherfucking little white. They wasn't even Nikes. They was some, I don't know what they was. They was some I don't know what they was shoes, right? Get what her shirt said.
What?
No, then she had on my boy Diddy coat. She had on a Sean John coat with the fur around the hood. The coat was black. The outfit was white. Guess what the shirt said?
What did it say?
Free Big Daddy Shawty. Oh!
Hold on. What did the shirt say? I gotta hear this again.
The shirt said free Big Daddy Shawty. Them niggas in the visitation room, the niggas that was locked up with me, I talk right now. I don't talk to many people that I knew prior to my arrest. I talk to mainly 100. I'm gonna say 98% of the people that I talk to right now is people that I was locked up with every day. I talk to these niggas every day. It's like every day because I really know these dudes. These motherfuckers in the world that I was around before I went, I didn't know them people. They were just with me for what I could provide, what I could do for them, or what they could do for me. So I talked to these dudes because we was in the trenches. So I talked to these dudes every day, and they still fuck with me. They were like, man, what about Ruth came in that motherfucking visitation room with the free Big Daddy Shawty shirt on? With her motherfucking teeth sitting in her mouth, crooked with the mayonnaise in the corner of her mouth and the mustard on the other side. Yeah. So
I gotta ask this. You ain't never asked her, hey baby, just wipe your mouth off. You ain't never.
No, Roland. Come on, man. That was my girl. I wiped her mouth, nigga. What is you talking about? Come on, baby. Let me get that out the corner of your mouth.
Man, don't cry. Don't cry.
But that still didn't. But still, even with me doing that didn't make it. That didn't make it no more or less demoralizing for me. Like, coming from where the hell I came from me thinking I am who I was, that didn't make it no different. Like, I'm sitting up this motherfucker with somebody that I would have never met, right? It's nowhere in the world, me in LA. I used to tell her that all the time. I like, man, there's nowhere in the world I would have met you other than under these anything other than these circumstances. There's no way we would have crossed paths. Your life is completely different from the life that I was living. There's no way that me and you would have met. So now I got to sit up here and take it on the chin, and I found myself caring for this lady, like, because she the only one that was showing me genuine care. Like, well, nobody else fucking with me. I mean, I had Angie, sister Cuz, she held me down. My brother Felix, you know what I mean? Old boy the pimp, he was there for a little bit. He sent me maybe $40, $60 or some shit like that, but he was keeping me in tune with what was going on for a long time, sending pictures and shit like that. And then he decided to changing sides. I don't know what the fuck happened, but he decided to goddamn say he ain't fucking with me. And he didn't. And I mean, it's okay.
Okay. So I gotta ask you about somebody. Cause you talk to him, this your dog. Did you know King Seafood King? Did you know him before you went to the joint, or you met him in there?
No, I knew him before we went to the joint.
So I gotta ask you this. I don't know no other way to say it. An allegation, I'm gonna just say an allegation that's on your name is on his name as well. And we ain't gonna get into all what it is. So did anybody ever approach y'all to check in?
Hell no.
Cause according to the streets, they tell you, hey man, if it's reported you did that, hey man, you gotta go to the back.
Hell no, we checked in niggas.
Huh?
Yeah. At Silverdale and at the Feds. And at the county.
Hold up. So give a story on, you ain't gotta tell no name, but give a story in Silverdale about y'all making somebody check in.
Okay, so in Silverdale, all right, so niggas work in the kitchen, right? Niggas come back, niggas go to the kitchen and steal cookies and steal fish and steal chicken, whatever's the hot seller, niggas steal that shit and bring it back to the unit, and that's their extra money. If they ain't got no money coming in, that's what they do. They steal that shit, they come back to the unit, and they hustle the shit in the unit, make their money. And so me and Gene, we was in a pretty good situation. I had a plug. He had a plug for a minute. I had a plug, meaning motherfuckers bringing tobacco, bringing phones, bringing liquor. Despite what they say about myself, I can't speak on Gene, but despite what motherfuckers say about me, I still was making a way, being in the situation. Nigga couldn't blackball me. Nigga couldn't, have me fucked up. It always seemed to work out in my favor. Even now that I'm home now. Like, I find myself in situations and I be like, why is this happening to me? Like, in a good way, right? Like, goddamn, I thought I was a crud ball. Like, why the hell I keep getting blessings, right? We in that motherfucker, guard bringing 4-5 cans of tobacco, 10 packs of cigarettes, 3-4 Sprite bottles of liquor. That's how we living at Silverdale. I went on to the Feds. I'm still living like that, right? So a nigga that was on the unit was coming, selling us the me and Gene like the oatmeal raisin cookies and the fish patties and the chicken patties. The shit that in jail don't mean nothing to a nigga out here in the world, but in the jail that's exclusive. You balling. If you got a bread bag full of fish patties, then you goddamn balling. If you got a bread bag full of chicken patties, then you buy, and the bread to go with it, the wheat bread to go with it. Oh, you that nigga, right? So we got down nigga coming to the unit, dropping us the whole bread bag of fish patties off, chicken patties, and a loaf of bread, and the raisin cookies. Whatever he got, we buying it all, right? So the same individual that's coming to us, and we supporting this nigga with our hard-earned, goddamn strong money, or whatever you want to call it. We supporting this nigga with our hard-earned money. He going down, when he go to court, he down at the courthouse, the Hamilton County Jail, up under the tunnels down there where they take you through to take you to court. He down there talking shit in them cages, talking about he got us out there. We can't watch TV. Man, me and my man Gino, we had our own TV. As motherfucking Puncho, as Tangeray, as Billy Q. We had our own TV. Right?
So this individual said he had y'all to where y'all couldn't watch TV?
Yeah. He talking about he had us to where we couldn't watch TV, but we had our own TV. Gene was in the sports. I'm a little bit into sports now. Back then, I didn't really understand it. I didn't give a fuck about no sports. I would much rather watch Jerry Springer or motherfucking Ricky Lake or whatever talk show that was on, or Cops. Some shit that ain't gonna hold my attention too long. Gene, like, he want to watch sports, MMA, like football, basketball. I didn't really give a fuck about that. I didn't. So me and Gene will be going back and forth about the TV. Like, man, listen, man, you need to get ready to turn that motherfucking TV. You done had this shit on this football shit all day, nigga. Put that shit on something else, Discovery Channel or Animal Planet or something. A Lifetime movie channel. I don't want to keep watching this bullshit. He's running down the court, this basketball ass shit, running down the field, catching these football. I don't want to keep watching that shit. So me and him, we'll have our little back and forth. But anyway, this nigga going down there telling these people that he pressing us, that we can't change the TV and we can't do this and we can't do that. So it was brought to our attention by a white dude that came back from court. The white dude come back from court. We at CCA Silverdale. White dude come back from court. He was like, hey, man, I got to holler at y'all, man, but they just released me at court. I ain't going to tell y'all, so I'm going to get ready to walk out the door. Right?
Oh, he's scared.
He's scared, right? Because I ain't going to say he's scared. He didn't want to be in the middle of it, right?
Sound like he's scared to me, but go ahead.
Right. So he say, man, dude over there, man, he been going down there in the courtroom. He talking shit up under the court. He's talking shit. He said, y'all are snitches. He's out here. Y'all can't turn the TV. He's fucking making y'all buy his shit. Like, I mean, man, I ain't in it, man, but I see y'all talking and interacting with that dude, and I don't think that shit's cool. If he don't fuck with you, then he don't fuck with you. Shouldn't come around you. And so I was like, who? And so, you know what's crazy? The nigga would represent GD, right? I ain't gonna even call his name. If you want me to put him out there, at some point I will. But right now, I ain't gonna call his name. So he represent folks. He GD.
Okay.
That motherfucker with that GD Larry Hoover ass shit, right? So the white dude say, man, y'all about to be careful, man. They don't fuck with y'all like y'all fuck with them, man. I'm about to go home, but man, I like you guys, man. You give me fat cigarettes. You make sure I'm good. But this dude, he's on some bullshit. So I said, who? So he was like, that over there. Don't say nothing to him. Let me get out of this door. I'm about to go. So they call him to leave, right? So he go out the door. So I go to Gene. I said, Gene, we gonna beat his ass. So Gene was like, man, who? So I tell Gene. So me and Gene was sellers. We was in a 2-man. So I said, listen. So we hadn't had no tobacco in a couple of days. I was waiting on a drop. So I said, listen, go in the room, tell him to come in, tell him we just got the pack. So Gene go in the room, tell the dude, hey man, come here, man. So dude coming out, he got a big ass bread bag full of oatmeal, raisin cookies. So Gene say, shit, what you want for them? So he say what he want. So I slide in the room behind him. I come in, close the door, put the toothbrush in the door. Put the toothbrush in the door ain't gonna open, the lock ain't gonna pop. You push the button, the lock ain't gonna come back because the toothbrush putting pressure on the lock, so the lock ain't gonna slide. So I go in and put the toothbrush in the door. So he turned around like, hey, yo, man, what's up, man? What's up, Shawdy, man? I fired on his ass. That motherfucking shit you talking, nigga. You talking that motherfucking shit, nigga. Start punching him. He ain't even trying to motherfucking fight back. I said, drop your flag, bitch.
Damn, you
drop your flag, nigga. You ain't no motherfucking G, nigga. This real G shit over here, nigga. Drop your flag, nigga. Man, I dropped my flag, man. I don't know what y'all talking about, no man. I ain't saying nothing, man. You going down that motherfucking court talking that shit. Now I probably wouldn't have believed it. If it would have been like somebody that I knew, right? But with this coming from a mountain, like it was one of them white dudes from like Sighted Days at fucking Money Eagle Mountain type of white dude. Like he ain't have nothing to earn or nothing to gain for coming telling us that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if it was a nigga like from the West or from Pa's home or from Boone Heights or somebody that I have interacted with on the street, they probably would have like been trying to get themselves a cigarette or something like that, or trying to, get some brownie points, then I probably wouldn't have entertained it. I probably wouldn't have believed it. But with it being a nigga from that, like this dude, man, had nothing that he could gain from coming telling us that.
Damn. So I got a question. How did the dude, this is my question. How did the dude have access to keep going? Because you said y'all was in Silverdale, right? CCA.
Right.
How the hell did he have access to going to court? Or he was just down there as they were going to court?
Yeah, he was down. Nah, he had a ongoing case. When you got an ongoing case and you at Silverdale, you got to go to court. So they
Oh,
don't,
he kept going to court. As he going
right,
to court, he talking that yang about y'all.
right. And dude just listening. You see what I'm saying? The white dude just listening. He don't care either way for real, but he just listening while the nigga down there just shining in front of the niggas that he feel like it matter to. Yeah, them niggas out there doing this, them niggas out there doing that. I got them niggas in the pod. Them niggas can't touch the TV. Them niggas gotta, them niggas gotta buy everything I sell. Or it's gonna be a problem on the G. On the G. Nigga, drop the G, bitch. Fuck is you talking about?
So y'all made him put down his flag.
Yeah. Punished him. Punish that nigga. I got to stomping the nigga Gino to myself. Man, come on, man. That's enough, man. Man, fuck that nigga. Fuck wrong with him. Deader than a doorknob.
Did he try to pick his flag back up? That's all. I ain't gonna ask no more.
That nigga didn't pick no flag back up. That nigga, he didn't tell though. I can't say that. He didn't go goddamn put the folks on us. He went to the door quietly. He went to his room. He went out. He was knotted up a little bit, leaking a little bit. So he went on to his room. Got his little, I didn't seal, they give you this little box that you put your little personal belongings in. He went on to the
with the lock on it. If you know, you know.
Right.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. So he went on to the room, he got his little box, and he politely went on over to the door and rung the bell. They buzzed the door, and he ain't never come back. And they ain't come lock me and Gino up. So I already know, I know for a fact that he ain't go goddamn, like, but how could you though? If you in there talking crazy about a nigga like that, man, what you expect the nigga to do? Like every nigga that goddamn have to do whatever he got to do in his situation to make his situation better. That don't make no nigga no sucker. Yeah. You know what I mean? That don't make no nigga. What I feel like what make a nigga sucker is taking all that motherfucking time and sitting down for niggas that ain't doing a motherfucking thing for you. That's a sucker.
I'm with you on that.
You feel what I'm saying? You come motherfucking home, your mama dead, your daddy dead, your goddamn sister pregnant with 4-5 kids, your kid pregnant with 4-5 kids. You done went in there and you done been loyal to what ain't loyal to you. That's a sucker. You in that motherfucker sitting in that motherfucker and these niggas on flat foot put the people on you and you done accepted that and accepted 30 years to go with it. And you saying, I'm just going to do my bid and I'm going to handle it when I get on the street. Nigga, everybody going to be dead. Nigga, do you know how long 276 months is? Or 320 months or 400 months? Nigga, them people giving you that shit like that. They giving you 270 months, 302 months. 300 months, 408 months, that's 500 months. That's what they doing. And so you sitting here like a fucking stupid ass nigga dummy. Nah, man, I'm just gonna finish my bid and we're gonna handle that shit on the street. Nigga, you gonna be 60. What the fuck is you gonna handle on the streets at 60 years old? You 60 and the nigga that talking about you told on him or he told on you, he 59. He 59 and you 60, then you gonna handle it on the streets. Nigga, get the fuck on out of here. And then what be tripping me out, the nigga that they saying they gonna handle it against when they get on the street, he fuck around and catch a case and come to the same compound you on and y'all buddies. Y'all cooking soups and shit together. Man,
hold on. Say that again now.
Man, you got niggas in there, bro, that be talking about what they gonna do to a nigga when they get out of jail. And before they get out of jail, the nigga that they saying they gonna do it to when they get out of jail, catch a case and come to jail to the same compound they own and they cooking soups together. They buddy.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask this, cause I was in Silverdale in you wasn't aware because you was on the federal side.
Right.
I was in Silverdale in 07. Around the beginning of 07. I'm on the main compound and we got rumblings. So I'm asking directly. We got rumblings. The infamous Shawdy was down there saying, hey man, I'm going to ask you, you can correct me because I don't know if you said it or not. The saying was, why do 10 when you can give it to a friend? Or they say it ain't snitching, it's cooperate. Well, is that false? Because people need to.
I never. I mean, you probably can screw it like that. I never said it like that because if you look at my history, then nobody that was in my inner circle, Gerald Tony, you know what I mean? Then nobody that was in my inner circle, Peter Wayne, you know what I mean? Then nobody in my inner circle, Maul the Pimp. Well, he wasn't doing that any goddamn way, so it wasn't nothing I could have told on him. You know what I mean? Hollywood. Nobody in my inner circle, Smitty. Nobody in my inner circle, Squeaky. Nobody in my inner circle, Lil Willie. None of them niggas went to jail because of me.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So that's an inaccurate statement. I never said anything like that. But what I did say was, I ain't going to motherfucker. I'm not doing your time and mines too, bro. I just ain't gonna do it. You can call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. You shouldn't have never told them to come holler at me, Algie. You shouldn't have never told them to come holler at me, Ebo. I mean, Eloke. Sorry, Ebo. Eloke. You shouldn't have never told them people to come holler at me. I'm not going to jail for my 276 months and your life sentence too. That ain't gonna happen. So what you should have not done was told them to come holler at me. Because I ain't no shit in the first goddamn place. I'm like Lil Woody, you know. I'm like little motherfucker. Well, so, Lil Woody like me because I'm older than him.
So I was gonna bring.
I don't recall.
Interesting that you said that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that you was Lil Woody before Lil Woody.
I mean, if that's how you want to categorize it.
I mean that it ain't. Cause guess what? You the first person. I gotta say this. You the first person when the question was asked. A lot of people try to shy away from it, and nah, you came with the infamous statement. Boom, I won. Then you hit him with another infamous statement. You cross me, I'm gonna double cross you.
Right, and that's how I feel. I mean, that's how I always been. I ain't never been anything different than that. I ain't never been anything different than that.
Cause a lot of people don't know, man. That they don't know the history. They think Lil Woody is an anomaly, and I've been knowing you, and you've been the same way the whole time I knew you.
Right.
So
yeah, man. I ain't never. I mean, in my case, man, I can't speak on everybody else's case. You know, the streets are fucked up right now. Anything is snitching. Anything is telling. Anything is going against the code. So they say. But my thing is, what is the code? It ain't no honor amongst thieves. It ain't. I mean, everybody that's playing the game is playing the game. It is just what it is, a game. So you're gonna either play the game or you're gonna get played in the game, right? And my thing is like, if you don't sit down and accept 1 year or 50 years or 100 years for something that you may or may not have had nothing to do with, you the bad guy. But if you sit there, and Lil Woody said it best. Lil Woody said some shit like, man, you sit in motherfucking jail. And I've been saying that shit the whole time while I was in jail. And I was never quiet about my situation. Never, ever. If you meet any nigga that did time with me, niggas used to tell me to like, man, chill out, man. Goddamn, man. Goddamn, don't tell everybody your business, man. I don't give a fuck about that shit. It is what it is. I'm not doing it. I don't give a fuck about nobody. I don't care. I ain't doing it. Nigga gotta come and do what they gotta do. But I can tell you one motherfucking thing. Nigga come fuck with me. We all going to the hole. Everybody going to the hole. And so if you ain't ready to go to the hole, don't come fucking with me. Cause you come fuck with me, you going to that hole, sir. That's what's finna happen. Cause I ain't finna stop. You're not finna beat me up. Right? I took enough ass whoopings coming up. I ain't taking no more ass whoopings. You ain't finna beat me up. That ain't finna happen. If you beat me up, your ass gonna get stabbed or some hot water poured on you or something. Something to happen to you today. Not tomorrow, today. So if you come fucking with me, it's gonna be a problem. And if you want that problem, then let's do it. If you don't want that problem, just leave me the fuck alone. That's what you best do. Cause I'm gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. And motherfuckers didn't bother me. They ain't fuck with me.
And we gonna leave it at that for the first episode, man.
Yes, sir. For sure.
Hey, man, this has been the infamous Shawdy Thuggy. And this is one of many. Y'all be on the lookout. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. We
Fam life. For life. One. Ow.
And we gonna